So you really can't play Epstein files if you're going to play them politically to win elections, let's say. You can't play them halfway or redacted or partially. You'd have to play it all the way. And that's really the problem with the Democrats' strategy, is that they're playing a redacted Epstein files. If you were going to weaponize or politicize the Epstein files, then you'd have to release them all. You can't just redact them and omit Bill Clinton and Bill Gates and Democrat benefactors. You can't just blame it all on Trump and get away with that. So, so it's really bad strategy, because it's either the full house or nothing. You got to play it all, or you play zero. You can't play a partial hand in a poker game, right? Or in a gambling game, you got to play the whole thing, or not. You can't play a partial baseball game. You can't play a partial football game, in theory. So you have to play the whole thing or nothing. They have that Texas lottery game, right? It's called All or Nothing. So, yeah. You can't cut out Bubba Clinton from the Epstein files. You can't cut out Bill Gates. You can't cut out Chris Tucker, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Puffy, P. Diddy Combs. You can't cut out George Soros or whoever, Alex Soros, or, whoever. Well, Alex Soros is a little bit too young. I doubt he went to many Epstein functions. I don't know. But, so, yeah. Now, on the record, Trump dumped Jeffrey Epstein back in 2004, way before his conviction in 2011? Yeah, so anyways. So you can't half-ass this shit. Trump deranged people want the Democrats to redact all the Democrats and high-profile liberal donors on that Epstein list. And they just want to say, oh, Trump is implicated. It's only him. It's only him. It's only you. Yeah. Trying to make out that, trying to paint Trump as like he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Well, to the Democrat Party, all I'm going to say is good luck with that, because there's plenty of pictures with Bubba and on flight manifests with the Clintons and Bill Gates and many, many others probably are being protected right now. Is it Leonardo DiCaprio? I mean, whoever you can find in those pictures, right, is a possible guilt by association. And, but, a lot of those pictures were from a long time ago, a lot of those videos. Well, maybe not the Bill Gates and the Bill Clinton. Maybe those were after he was charged. Maybe they were associating with him after he was charged with being a pedophile, a sexual serial abuser. So, yeah. Yeah, so just release the entire files. What do the Democrats have to fear before the midterm 2026 election? Release all the files then. Release the Epstein files. Trump wasn't even, he's not an accomplice. He's not charged with underage rape or sexual abuse or anything like that. So go ahead. Release them all. Is Barack Hussein Obama going to be on there? Ooh, that'd be a nasty omission, wouldn't it? If Barry was going to the St. James Island, huh? Yeah. Ooh, this is a juicy one, right? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. There's one person I'm not going to be surprised that's on the Epstein files. The thug, woman beater, sexual freak off, orgy doer, the filthy, the evil, Sean Puffy Combs. So, yeah. I'm not going to be surprised that he took many trips to the Epstein Islands with the underage women and had deluxe freak offs. But anybody going to be surprised if Sean Diddy Combs is on the Epstein list? I don't think there's going to be many people that are going to be surprised. So, does the public want an Epstein client list of all the high-profile athletes, stars, musicians, politicians that consorted with him over the years, and especially after his sex conviction, or do they want a comprehensive historical play-by-play of that in a some kind of report? You know, that is kind of, yeah. Maybe they want both. I don't know. So, are the Democrats going to win midterm elections playing this hand? Because eventually you got to show all your cards. The whole fucking thing. Not just a little bit. There's a place in France where the naked ladies dance. There's a hole in the wall where the men see it all. Oh, yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. So, the public wants to see the whole thing, or we're just getting little email snippets with heavy redactions from the Democrat Party. That's all we're getting. Fuck that shit. Where's the full big report? Where's the big document dump? Right? Like Julian Assange and the Pentagon cables, the WikiLeaks. Where's our big information dump, right? Where's our Edward Snowden going to Hong Kong, spilling the beans about the National Security Agent, Patriot Act, spying on American citizens? Where's the juicy shit, right? Where's the Hillary Clinton email scandal? Give us the Epstein files. Yeah. It's hard to do the X-Files music just a cappella, isn't it? Because it's like or something. Has that echo effect on it. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I know every Tom, Dick, and Harry has been writing on the internet for the last year or so. Release the Epstein files. During the Biden-Harris administration, they wrote, Jeffrey Epstein didn't hang himself, since about 2019, at least. Since his apparent suicide, where the cameras were turned off. And then, Ghislaine Maxwell, her incarceration somewhere in Texas. The Ghislaine, ooh, Ghislaine. No, I one time I bought a Scoreland magazine. You know, it's like a big titty magazine, and they said it was like Adventures Down Mammary Lane. I much prefer Mammary Lane than Jizz Lane. You know, that's a little nasty. Yeah, basically it was Ghislaine Maxwell. Her father was a big media mogul and wealthy in England, and then they figured it out that it was a big Ponzi scheme, and then he fell, and then she wanted money and power and prestige back, so she gravitated over across the pond to Mr. Epstein. She found somebody who would help her transition to a new, you know, it was just like, there was one thing that Ghislaine Maxwell feared, which was not being important anymore, not being prestigious, not being wealthy. And she didn't want to, I guess if you're in a certain rung of society, you don't want to fall down into the lower classes. That's horrific for these people of privilege, right? And power and money, that they could fall on lower working classes and stuff. That's like being sent to hell or something, or, you know, hell on earth kind of thing. So, yeah, she groomed the girls and everything so she wouldn't have to fall to a lower station. So, so she's an evil bitch, just along with that pervert, child abuser, evil motherfucker Jeffrey Epstein, sex offender, child molester, mother son of a bitch. So, gotta get this. Well, may they all rot, burn in hell. Yeah. So lots of wealthy people use Jeffrey Epstein as a financial advisor. He was, what is it? Is this guy? Some people are like, is he a CIA? Is he in the Mossad? Is he a special agent? Some kind of, you know, black agent, sleeper agent, something like that. I don't know, just some kind of special agent, right? Some kind of special intelligence service guy. From who knows where, Jeffrey Epstein. Epstein, that sounds kind of Jewish though, doesn't it? Maybe Mossad? Okay, Epstein, Weinstein, Einstein, they're all Jews. Stein, Alex Stein, Jewish. Okay, Stein. Maybe not all Steins and Steins are Jewish, but most of them are, right? Okay, so. I can tell you something for a fact that Miller and Wheeler and guys with names like us, like the trade names, we're not Jewish. Most of us aren't. Anyway. Because those are English trade names from Old England. So. Ghislaine is very English too. Ghislaine. Maxwell. That's very English, yeah. Ghislaine Maxwell. Like Maxwell Coffee House. Yeah. Ghislaine. Da 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 da. Ghislaine. Yeah. So this guy was a physicist, and he was an economist. He was a financier, and he was hanging around with the Clintons and the Trumps and the Bill Gates and Chris Tucker and Leonardo DiCaprio and who else? Was it Robert De Niro? Or I'm mixing up P. Diddy, his associates with the Epstein, I guess. But maybe they overlapped at some point too. So yeah, wealthy, powerful people used back in the day, at least in the 1990s, maybe a little bit in the early 2000s. What I think is that Trump, it wasn't just a falling out, of Epstein stealing girls from his Mar-a-Lago resort. I think it was also, like he probably has PR people, and they tell Trump and these other guys like, hey, I don't think these girls are. I think this guy's a creep. I think he's. We thought they're 18 or 19, but they're really like 14, 15. He's like, oh, fucking what a creep. He's like, sir, if you ever want a future political career, you need to think about breaking off ties with this guy. And maybe, Bill Gates people told him that. Maybe Bill Clinton's people told him that. Like, you need to chill out. Like, this guy's bad fucking news. And so they had the PR people and they broke off contact sometime, apparently. At least Trump did by 2004. When Bill Gates and Bill Clinton broke off contact with Jeffrey Epstein, don't know. I mean, released the Epstein files, but the internet in 2019 was like, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. That was the internet meme for a while. Now it's released the Epstein files. I'm kind of worried after all the Epstein files and the reports released that what's going to be the new internet memes? There'll be no more Epstein memes. I guess that's a good thing, but what's going to be the new comment buzzword on the internet? Kind of worried. Maybe they'll go back to Area 51. Let me see them aliens. The government knows the truth. Let's see those Area 51 aliens. They'll just go back to aliens, right? After the Epstein shit's over with. Whatever that's going to be. I don't have that many lives to find out the truth, so at this point. Okay, that chicken, let it rest up for a while, huh? Okay, is it all cooked in? It looks like it's all cooked inside. Yeah, nice. Got some small pieces and had some leftover noodles. Yeah, we're gonna have some foodles. Put a little bit more water in it. Yeah, it's kind of. Yeah, I haven't decided to make a Jizz Lane Beatles parody song. Jizz Lane! It would be kind of funny though, man. Now that I start singing it, I was like, wow, that might be pretty good. Maybe when it's all over, when it's all the shit's over with, it'll be funnier then, right? Yeah, probably. Da da da, Jizz Lane! Yeah, that'd be a dynamite parody. I was gonna do, what was it, well, it's a surprise what I was gonna do for Diddy. What I'm gonna do for Diddy dum diddy do. Sean, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy Combs. What I'm gonna do for that evil son of a bitch. What I got planned for him. Oh, man. Okay, so there was this idea that money buys you justice in American and world society. That if you have money, and if you're a millionaire or a billionaire, you can buy any kind of law that you want. That you can do anything that, and you can get away with anything that you wanted to. That's the idea. That the justice is not blind, it is not fair, It depends on your socioeconomic status, your amount of money that you have, and yeah. So kind of perpetuated by this thug called Diddy or the Diddler, who has created, his whole career, last 30 years or so, gun charges, sex charges, abuse charges, all kinds of charges, and has perpetually gotten away with it by, I guess, paying off DAs or judges or police or whatever. And his victim, and he's been paying off his victims, of course, right? Yeah, obviously. He's like, sorry, I raped you in the butt and I threw that bottle of Hennessy or that bottle of Grand Marnier and broke it over your head. Here's, 50 grand. Can you just forget about it, please, and just don't report it to the police? And they're like, oh, okay, sure. Sure, Diddy. Thanks for the 50 grand. Sorry about that. My bad. Sorry about the butt rape or the gang rape or the freak off orgy or whatever happened. Sorry about the date rape. My bad. Here's $1 million, right? Because he's a billionaire. So, okay, shut up. Bad boy. Got a little bit of noodles left. That's all I need. I'm low on my noodles here. So Sean Puffy Combs has thought his entire life that he can buy justice. He can buy freedom because he's a billionaire. He thought he could beat the shit out of and do whatever he wanted to anybody, and he was just going to get away with it for the rest of his life. No consequences. All right. Time for Denny. All right. Here you go, Denny. There you go, Denny. Okay. So, Sean, Puffy, P-Dad, whatever, Puff Daddy Combs or whatever, the Diddler, the Diddy, the Doodler, whatever. Diddy Reno, if you're not into the whole brevity thing. He thought he was going to get away with all his crimes and the multitude of his sins, of his crimes, of his orgies, of his rapes, of his assaults, all of his gun charges and assault charges. He thought he was going to get away with that because he was a billionaire his entire life. But that was not to be so, was it? His luck had run out. Diddy thought he was going to get away with all his crimes for life ad infinitum. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would say his money bought him a light sentence. It didn't get him totally clear off, like O.J. Simpson. What was his name? James Orenthal Simpson? Yeah. But for all his crimes, just getting 4 years or less on good behavior or drug rehab treatment program or some shit. Pretty light sentence for all his life of thuggery. So, pretty light sentences for that type of dude, for sure. Okay. A little bit of that. Some of that seasoning in there. Ooh. And then, yeah. Do the hokey pokey and you mix it all around. That's what it's all about. So will the public get to have the fully unredacted Jeffrey Epstein comprehensive files and report? Or is this just more bullshit? Well, yeah. And how many people would go down once the real list is leaked? Do they have an Edward Snowden out there? Do they have a Julian Assange going to leak everything? They gotta. I hope there is somebody like that does have all the report and just leaks the shit. That would be fucking hilarious. That's probably not gonna happen because I think it's in high compartmentalized government agencies like the FBI and so forth. So. But if that shit gets leaked one day, that'll be the fucking funniest shit. That'd be just as funny as the Snowden and horrifying as the Snowden and WikiLeaks by Julian Assange. Oh well. Oh well. Then we're gonna add the chicken to the little bit of ramen. I didn't have a full pack of ramen, but because I used some on the roast beef. But that's what the chicken is for, to kind of fill out the meal here, and to feed my dogs at the same time. Killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, let's get this thing together. Mix it all around. Get the plate, the bowl. Yeah, I was pretty good today. I didn't snack. I just had a few eggs, a few pieces of lunch meat, and then I had some cereal. So I kept it pretty, light comparatively until now. So this is good. This will be my good hearty bowl and the dinner of the night. And then we're going to put... We're going to kind of un-Americanize this with some Kiko Man and some hoisin sauce. So kind of Asiafy it a little bit. Yeah. My allergies are real bad. Because they're bad right now. You can't release part of the files and just mention Trump. You got to mention like all these sports stars, all these politicians, all the Democrats. You got to mention all the people. Can't have your cake and eat it too. Oh, that's what they're trying to do. That's their sneaky play. It's not really smart. Like most Democrat bullshit, they can backfire on them pretty easily. Yeah. I don't think this bullshit distraction is going to help them in the midterm elections at all. They're just trying to distract the public from their bullshit Democrat Schumer shutdown. It's basically what they're trying to do. Deflect to Trump. But he's not a sex criminal, and he's not a sex offender. He's the president of the United States. So they need to get it right. The duly elected president of the United States, I might add. Twice. So I think people need to respect that. They don't have to, because we live in a free country. So, but
The Northern Tights. Ooh.
Northern Lights. I want to see the northern. I want to see the Northern Tights. Oh yeah. Light that shit up. Okay, put the hoisin sauce on top. The Northern Lights. I want to see the Northern Tights. I don't know if that was the best joke. It was just try it. You could try it. You can make up shit and see what lands, right? Oh, it's possible. Okay, so we put the hoisin in. The magnetic field acts like a shield. Oh, it's the big booby, Caroline Brown. Ooh. Okay, put some more hoisin. Oh, we wanted to put some soy sauce in here. Yeah. Atmosphere. Put the soy sauce. Ooh. What's good? Got the ramen spoon right here. The ramen. You don't want to eat any Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Calmer. Please be calm, Jeffrey. Please don't kill and eat people. Do I like Jeffrey Dahmer or Jeffrey Calmer? Jeffrey Calmer is pretty funny. Well, Godspeed the release of the Jeffrey Epstein files and the report subsequently. So God bless and best of success.